Scarface is the queen of the beasts in Nakuru National Park, but she has a checkered past. In her youth, she was one of Kenya's big bad cats, a killer of sheep and cattle. She could have been shot, but she had luck on her side. 10 years ago, Nakuru Park was turned into a rhino sanctuary and completely surrounded by an electric fence. Prey animals were abundant, so the park was an ideal place to relocate stock-killing lions. Scarface was brought to the park as part of an ongoing experiment. Instead of being a victim of a marksman's bullet, she became the founder member of the Nakuru Pride. The Nakuru Pride is special in many ways, but their tree climbing abilities are the most obvious. Most lions don't clamber about in trees. Perhaps the spreading branches of the acacias here encourage climbing skills. At the southern end of the park, an isolated and impressive rocky outcrop marks the core of the Nakuru Pride's territory. From this high vantage point, Scarface watches for the other members of her pride. The two lionesses, Tamu and Kali, are 6 years old and daughters of Scarface. They're both about to come into season and are being closely followed by the two pride males. Like Scarface, the pride males were once bad cats which killed domestic stock outside the national parks. They're about 9 years old and were brought to Nakuru many years ago. Scarface calls to gather her family. Lions are social cats and like to stay in contact with each other at all times. About 12 years old, Scarface is past her prime. Her teeth are worn with age. The bald patch on her nose and black scar above her right eye make her easily recognizable. The stability of the pride rests with the lionesses. Bonds between related females are strong. Scarface and her adult daughters Tamu and Kali all gave birth a year ago. Between them, the lionesses had 8 cubs, which are now almost as big as their mothers. 4 of them are female. Scarface is the mother of 3 of the cubs. The other 5 are her grandchildren. Tamu and Kali came into estrus, and they left Scarface to care for all the cubs. Looking after 8 adolescents alone is hard work. But to Scarface's credit, the cubs look fat and healthy. In Nakuru National Park, warthogs are very common and are the lion's main prey. Scarface is teaching the cubs to hunt. The young males let their sisters do most of the work. Scarface knows that one small warthog will not feed the whole family. She makes no attempt to claim her share. The young males have no such qualms. As soon as a kill is made, they use their size and strength to muscle in on the catch. Their sisters will be lucky to get anything for themselves. Scarface's family is the only pride in Nakuru. Although they're free to roam throughout the park, they rarely venture far from their home range in the south. Nakuru National Park covers an area of 188 square kilometers. In the north end lies the Soda Lake, for which the park is famous. Every year, up to 1 million flamingos fly in to feed on the algae-rich waters. Crowned cranes come at the start of their breeding season to court and dance. Living here in the north end of the park is a coalition of young bachelors. These young males are not yet mature. Now they're biding their time and keeping a low profile. These two bachelors are brothers, and they were born in Nakuru. A third member of the coalition was another stock killer, a bad cat that was introduced into the park. These three bachelors are a serious threat to Scarface and her family. There are no other lionesses in the park to breed with. If the bachelors are to have any chance of reproducing, sooner or later, they must challenge Scarface's pride males. "20 kilometers to the south, Scarface, still with 8 cubs in tow, is looking for food. As part of the Nakuru experiment, it was hoped that the buffalo herds might be controlled by introducing predators. But the lions aren't killing the buffalo, and Nakuru now has the highest density of these animals in Africa. Scarface won't tackle a large herd of these dangerous beasts when there are smaller prey around, but the youngsters have the confidence of youth. Their rash move angers the buffalo. Most lions would keep running, but Scarface is a Nakuru lion. Her position is precarious. She's only just out of reach. If she fell now, she'd be gored to death. Only as night begins to fall do the buffalo give ground. Hours spent crouching up a tree have left Scarface sore and stiff, but at least she's alive. The cubs can't manage without her just yet. In the southern end of Nakuru National Park, Scarface's pride males lead the remains of a kill to the vultures. Something else has attracted their attention. The pride males can sense that Tamu and Kali, Scarface's adult daughters, are in season. Kali is pursued by one male, while Tamu pairs up with the other. Kali is not yet ready to mate. To avoid her suitor, she does what by now might be expected of a Nakuru lioness. But in Nakuru, even a heavy and relatively cumbersome mature male can climb trees. Unlike most other cats, courtship among lions can be amiable, even affectionate, but only when both partners are consenting. When Kali tries to move out of reach, her consort finds himself out on a limb. Tamu will mate repeatedly for the next 3 days and may become pregnant. Finding himself in a difficult position has not discouraged the second pride male, but his advances are rebuffed. The other pride male, Tamu's suitor, makes a bid to claim both females for himself. If Kali isn't ready to mate for a few days, he may even successfully pair with both sisters. Nakuru is bordered on all sides by settlements. There are 2 fences here. The inner one is electrified and carries enough charge to repel a rhino. It's there as much to protect the people on the outside as the wildlife within. Because the park is fenced, the number of prey animals is high. The lions could go for many different species, but they don't. These lions hunt warthogs. The cubs are over-enthusiastic. During the chaos and confusion, all their prey disappears. But Scarface has seen it all before. She knows the way of the warthog and how to unearth them. The cubs learn from her example, but the hole is deep. Again, it's the young males that claim the lion's share. Scarface is still not feeding until her charges have eaten their fill. Since this pride preys on warthogs, which are relatively small, there's often nothing left for Scarface. While the cubs are growing, Scarface is getting perilously thin. The lions retire to digest their meal in the shade. Not all trees are suitable for climbing. The cub disturbs a swarm of bees. He gets stung, but it's Scarface who bears the brunt of the angry insects. Pride Rock has been the birthplace of all the cubs born in the park. It's the perfect hideout for a lioness with tiny cubs. There are now 2 additions to the pride. Tamu has recently had young. At this age, lion cubs are vulnerable. Tamu will keep them concealed in the rocks for several weeks. Leopards have been known to kill lion cubs, but these individuals are preoccupied. When these solitary cats come together to mate, unlike lions, they're nervous of each other. Many of these leopards were once bad cats that killed sheep and calves. About 30 have been introduced into Nakuru. Leopards are designed for climbing trees. Lighter and more agile than lions, even the males are completely at home in the branches. After spending several days alone with her cubs, Tamu joins her sister. Kali is pregnant and will soon give birth. The sisters will raise their offspring together. Kali is an experienced hunter and has killed hundreds of large warthogs. Perhaps because she's pregnant and less able to dodge the warthog's tusks, this time she makes a wrong move. The gash is deep. Kali's chances look slim. She can barely walk, let alone hunt. Most cats hate rain, but there's no stopping youthful exuberance. By now, the cubs are competent hunters, and Scarface has at last been getting enough to eat. Remarkably, Carly too is still alive. She's only survived because of her close bond with her sister. Carly's wound is healing, but slowly. She's still finding it painful to walk, and hunting is out of the question. Tamu is now doing all the hunting. Surprisingly, she drops her catch. Is it that she can't resist the chase? Carly picks up Tamu's first kill. The carcass is small, but it'll keep her going for now. Carly is surviving, but she's not out of danger yet. Until her wound heals, she won't be able to hunt for herself. Carly should have given birth by now, but there is no sign of cubs. In the north, the three bachelors are on the move. They're 5 years old now and reaching maturity. The time has come for them to look for females. They head south, towards Scarface and her family. At Pride Rock, the Pride males roar to proclaim their ownership of the territory. Undeterred, the bachelors continue to advance. The bachelors' challenging roars stop the Pride males in their tracks. Three against two is no contest. During takeover bids, male lions can kill each other. Outnumbered, the Pride males run to avoid confrontation. The bachelors are close behind. They stop to pick up the scent of their fleeing rivals. The Pride males have reached the edge of the park. Exhausted and trapped by the fence, they can run no further. The bachelors have tracked their enemy to the boundary. But here, strange smells distract them from the chase. The scent of the females is strong. The three bachelors have won without bloodshed. There are now new kings at Pride Rock. sounds of unfamiliar roars have alerted Tamu to imminent danger. After a takeover, the new males must kill all small cubs if they're to mate with their mothers. With their babies gone, the lionesses will come into season a short time afterwards. Tamu frantically tries to save her offspring. The cubs were never seen again. The commotion during the night has alarmed Scarface's pride. Of the 8 cubs, only the 4 young lionesses are still with Scarface. Their brothers have fled. These young females have never seen strange males before. They're both attracted and scared. The bachelors have achieved their goal, but now they too are unsure how to behave. The situation is tense. Amorous intentions turn into aggression. Even the strong bonds between the male coalition are put to the test. This young lioness is totally bewildered. The new kings stake their claim to the pride. Scarface has lived through a previous takeover and knows how to behave. Her experience will make this transitional period easier for the younger lionesses. In the north of Nakuru National Park, the lake has dried out. During the dry season, many animals suffer because they're fenced in and can no longer migrate. But the changing seasons have little effect on the Nakuru lions. Their prey is now abundant all year round. The 4 male cubs fled to the north when Scarface's pride was taken over. During their 20-kilometer trek, they became separated. Their roars to find each other carry far and wide. The young males are in unfamiliar territory and need one another's support. Their calls have not gone unnoticed. The bachelors have followed them north. The new kings will not tolerate any other males in their territory. The bachelors mean to drive their rivals away, and they have size and might in their favor. But when 3 of the young males gang up against a single bachelor, the tables are turned. The 4th young male, though, is left alone. One-on-one, he doesn't stand a chance. When one of his brothers returns to help, the bachelor is momentarily distracted. It's long enough for his intended victim to make a run for his life. The bachelor roars to inform his comrades of his whereabouts and to intimidate his adversaries. The situation is serious. The young male's only hope is to flee his pursuer's territory, but he can't get out of the park. The chase has led to the hills above the lake. This is familiar ground for the bachelor and alien territory for the young male. But the hounded youngster has met up with a brother. Now it's 2 against 1. The contest has reached stalemate. The bachelor has an injured leg, and one young male has a deep puncture wound in his neck. The bachelor roars for reinforcements. He has no intention of giving up now. Help is close at hand. The 2 adolescents are now in grave trouble. The bachelors present a united front. It's 2 against 2, but the odds are heavily stacked in their favor. The juvenile males must get out of their enemy's range, but the bachelors have now taken over the whole park. The bachelors are hot and very tired, but they're relentless in their pursuit. The gap is closing. Again, the bachelors have chased their foe to the fence. The young male now has nowhere to go. Desperate, he has to choose between certain death and an electric shock that's powerful enough to repel a rhino. The young male is now outside the park. He has escaped the lion's jaws and is safe for now. The bachelors won't touch the electrified fence, but the far side is no lion sanctuary. Scarface and the lionesses have left their former range in the south and followed the bachelors, their new kings, to the north. Everyone is here, except Kali. She's disappeared. The recent takeover has brought all the lionesses into season, and they're now ready to mate. Even Scarface is in estrus. The females will mate many times, but are unlikely to conceive for months. They want to be sure that the old pride males have been banished for good, and that the new kings are here to stay before they have young. They don't want to lose cubs in yet another takeover. Outside the park, the young male lion is in danger of being shot. Unless the authorities act quickly, he could become a bad cat, a cattle hunter. The park staff have a choice. They can shoot the young lion or chase him back through a gap they've made in the fence. They choose the latter option. Once back in the safety of the park, the young male rejoins his brothers. It's only a matter of time before this band of four reach their prime. When they claim the pride for themselves, the consequences could cause the downfall of Scarface's pride. These young males are closely related to every female in the park. Inbreeding could become a serious problem. Nakuru is fenced. Unrelated lions cannot wander into the park. New blood cannot come in. The time has come for the authorities to intervene. This 18-month-old male lion is a bad cat that was recently caught killing goats. By releasing him into Nakuru National Park, the authorities hope that he'll join up with the young males. If one day he becomes a king, he could inject the new blood the Nakuru pride so desperately needs. In the south, at Pride Rock, a lioness is in residence. Against all the odds, Kali has survived. She stayed in the south because she had 2 cubs. Kali not only recovered from her injury, but managed to rear youngsters at the same time. She was lucky to hide her babies from the marauding bachelors during the takeover. The old pride males are back too. After the takeover, they fled to the southern border of the park. Since the bachelors are away in the north, there was nothing to stop the old pride males from returning to their former throne. One of them is the father of Kali's cubs. A separate pride is now in the making. Kali is the new Queen of the South. Far in the north, Scarface, the Lion Queen, reigns with new kings. Her daughters and granddaughters have all given birth. Scarface's pride is stable and strong. Presided over by a coalition of 3 males, they should be safe for several years. All these cubs have a good chance of reaching maturity. Scarface is now a great-grandmother and nearly 14 years old. Amazingly, she too has cubs. These 2 tiny babies may be her last. The Nakuru experiment is proving successful. A balance between hunter and hunted is being restored. But while one problem is solved, another is raised. In years to come, inbreeding may rob the pride of a future. But for now, Scarface, once a bad cat, retains her title as Lion Queen of Nakuru.
Powerful jaws, brute strength, and razor-sharp claws are not enough to keep the lion in its place as the top predator in Africa. It is a supreme carnivore, but it cannot rule alone. It needs help from the other members of the family. Lionesses in a pride can share the task of rearing young, and cubs growing up together develop team skills in hunting and fighting that they will need later in life. Without the cooperation of the other members of the pride, too many hunts would end in failure. And if they refuse to share their food, many would starve. Research on the prides in Etosha National Park, Namibia, has given us an insight into the rivalries, loyalties, the subtle and sometimes savage relationships that make lions one of the most terrifying and awe-inspiring animals on Earth. Namibia lies between Angola and the Republic of South Africa. Etosha National Park, which is situated 70 miles south of the Angolan border, is about the size of Massachusetts. It centers around a 75-mile-long, occasionally flooded lake bed called the Etosha Pan. There are about 250 lions in Etosha, living in prides varying from 4 to 25 members. The king of the beasts, the male lion, is the largest predator in Africa. A mature individual can weigh 550 pounds. His main role is to protect the females, their cubs, and his territory from rival males. Etosha's prides usually concentrate their activities around one of the many water holes around the edge of the pan. Game animals coming to quench their thirst provide a constant source of prey, and as lions like to drink every day, having a reliable source of water in their territory is important. Lions are Africa's primary predator, but even they give way to elephants. There are 19 members of this pride, with 6 resident females. But the numbers of any one group change as new cubs are born, adolescent males leave, and the dominant males are replaced by rivals. Each group must claim an exclusive territory with enough prey to provide for all the family. The size of the territory may vary from 15 to 150 square miles, depending on the numbers of prey in the area. To protect both its hunting preserve and its females, the pride's territory must be constantly staked out by scent marking prominent bushes. The males often range for miles, renewing their scent marks as stay-away signals to rivals. Scraping spreads out the scent, making it more obvious to any intruder. Lions also advertise their presence by roaring. The sound can be heard for miles. It helps avoid any accidental encounters with neighbors. Despite all the warnings, pride males are challenged by young bachelors looking for mates. These 2 intruders are 2 miles inside the resident pride's territory. In comparison to the well-fed pride lions, they are lean and hungry, but surprisingly confident. The resident pair trot away in front of them. But then suddenly the tables are turned, and the advance becomes a retreat. It's a typical show of strength. Male lions can be fatally wounded during takeover battles, so they usually try to avoid outright conflict. Scenting enables the males to check when the lionesses are ready to mate. The wrinkled grimace, called a flehmen display, is a typical response of a lion detecting a receptive female. Males usually initiate courtship, but as the female comes more into heat, she plays an increasingly active role. Pride males are usually brothers or cousins and form remarkably close relationships, but they will sometimes fight over a female in estrus. The performance is only a mock battle. The males rely upon their combined strength to ward off rivals and can't afford to seriously wound one another. The dominant male has an injured hip, which could reduce his chances of breeding in the future. This may explain his unusually aggressive behavior. It's not uncommon for all the males in the pride to mate with each female. Lionesses may copulate hundreds of times before they conceive. Like many other cats, mating is thought to stimulate ovulation, and by consorting with several males, competition and fighting is reduced within the pride. The cubs are born after a gestation period of just over 3 months. There can be any number from 1 to 7 in a litter. Just like domestic kittens, they're blind and helpless at birth. They're weaned at about 6 or 7 months. These cubs are about 6 weeks old. Lionesses often synchronize their breeding so that they bear young at about the same time. This has several advantages for both parents and babies. Young males growing up together form close alliances when they are older, while the females unite as prides. Like the males, the lionesses are all related and will look after each other's young. This means there is usually one female on duty to guard the cubs. Lionesses are extremely firm with their cubs, but they are also very tender. Another advantage of the pride system is that cubs of all ages, belonging to different mothers, play together. Play develops muscles, and also hunting and fighting techniques which will be vital for their survival in later life. Lionesses will even suckle each other's babies, so hungry cubs can nurse from an ant when their own mother is away hunting. The cubs soon work out which females are lactating and learn not to bother those which are not. Each lioness may produce different antibodies in her milk, so suckling from several females will give the cubs a greater immunity to disease. Every female will call back a cub straying from the pride, whether it's her own or not. The advantage of having sisters or half-sisters willing to take care of each other's cubs really comes into its own when a mother is seriously injured, usually during a hunt. Some of these cubs don't belong to this lioness, yet she's leading them down to drink. Their real mother lies at the bottom of this small waterhole, dying. Her jaws are smashed, probably by the hooves of a zebra she was trying to bring down. She can no longer feed herself or her cubs, but the pride system gives them a very good chance of being fed and reared by another lioness. Lions and hyenas are arch enemies. Both species will kill the other, given the chance. An isolated lioness with cubs is in a vulnerable situation. This female knows it and moves closer. Even so, the hyenas might still try to steal a cub, but their attention is diverted by some vultures landing on the remains of a fresh kill a little distance away. Hyenas are not the only threat. Male lions are gentle and patient fathers to their own offspring. They are often more tolerant than the females. When a new group of males takes over a pride, it's a different story. They often kill all the young cubs. This brings the females back into season, and within a few months, the newcomers will themselves be fathers. This is vital to the males. They never know how long their reign will last, and they don't want to waste time protecting unrelated youngsters. When they're not hunting, lions are usually sleeping. They spend 19 hours out of every 24 resting and digesting their last meal. The 5 hours of activity usually occur around dawn and dusk. The giraffes react nervously to their presence. As the sun goes down, only the big and powerful, those with nothing to fear, are left at the waterhole. The biggest and most powerful are in complete command. The lions retire to the far side of the waterhole, waiting for the right time to hunt. These zebra are taking a chance by drinking so late. Roaring alerts all the members of the pride to prepare for action and unites them as a cooperative team. On moonless nights, lion activity sometimes ceases after sundown, but under a full moon, the pride can hunt well into the early hours. Even in bright moonlight, it is impossible to capture the action on normal film at night, so the camera is equipped with a device called an image intensifier. With its help, full moonlight becomes weird twilight, in which color is replaced by an eerie greenish hue. The arrival of some elephants makes a lioness uneasy for her cubs. She calls them to her. Just as in daylight, it's the lions who move out of the elephant's way. Lions are opportunists and have been known to kill newborn elephants. The adolescent and adult elephants chase them away before the younger members of the herd arrive for a drink. Etosha is one of the few places in Africa where black rhinos are still found. During the daytime, they're secretive and seldom seen. At night, they come to drink. Like elephants, they're uncomfortable sharing the waterhole with lions. An uneasy truce follows. Both have young and keep their distance. When an adolescent rhino wanders off on its own, the pride's juvenile members take advantage of the situation. Although the young lions are merely testing their strength, the rhino's mother takes no chances. Eventually, when 3 rhinos band together, the game is over. The encounters with both elephant and rhino will have been heard for miles around and ruined the lion's chances of launching a surprise attack. The cubs join the rest of the pride to wait until dawn before going hunting again. Zebra are a favorite prey. As the pride gets near to its quarry, it fans out. The idea is to encircle the herd and cut off its escape routes. The zebra herds are suspicious. Single animals are more easily surprised in the thick cover. The pride is in no hurry. They advance at a steady walk until they've singled out a potential victim. The scattered formation will add to the zebra's confusion. The lions have killed a young one, but they're just as likely to take the old or sick. It's part of the natural balance which keeps the herds healthy. Very small cubs aren't able to keep up with the hunt, so their mother has left them hidden in the grass. Now she walks back to collect them and lead them to the kill. The cubs are always the last to eat, and as a result, the first to suffer when prey is scarce. Although their mother guides them to the kill, they must fend for themselves to get their fair share. The harsh reality is that as many as 80% of lion cubs die before they are 2 years old. Lion cubs learn to kill by copying their elders. As soon as they are old enough to keep up, they follow their mother on a hunt. The kudu bull is unaware of the lion lying in wait. The cubs, oblivious to the situation, continue to play. The kudu is alert, but not yet scared. His alarm call indicates that something spoiled any chance of an ambush. The cubs have cost their mother her quarry. The art of hunting takes time to learn. It will take them at least another year before these cubs are ready to make their own kill. Small cubs are tolerated by all pride members. Young females in particular spend a great deal of time playing with them. By staying in their natal pride, lionesses gain experience in cub rearing from an early age. Once their offspring have been weaned, lionesses become less tolerant of them. They are getting too big for play, and they are obviously in need of some discipline. If they're to survive, cubs must learn what's good to eat and what to avoid. Their mother knows from experience where to concentrate her energies. She retires to watch the cubs try to find an answer to this problem. They can undoubtedly smell potential food, but have no idea how to get at it. Pied crows often scavenge around lion kills and are constantly on the lookout for tidbits. Although this tortoise won't provide a meal, lions do eat a surprising variety of things, including carrion, small mammals such as rabbits and hares, and even, occasionally, fruit. Over millions of years, tortoises have perfected their defenses. All they have to do is wait until lions or crows give up and go away. But there are some apparently impregnable animal defense systems which lions can penetrate. Lions in the Kalahari Desert are known to specialize in killing and eating porcupines, but the risks are high. The quills are as sharp as lances. Many a lion has been left with a bad wound as the result of getting a quill deeply embedded in its mouth or paw. In Etosha, it's usually only a desperately hungry lion, like this old and battle-scarred male, which resort to tackling such prickly prey. When it comes to hunting larger animals, camouflage plays an important part. The color of a lion reflects the hues of the African savanna. Out on the plains, lions blend so well into a background of dry grasses that they're almost impossible for prey to spot. In open country, working as a team is the most effective tactic. Some of the pride lie in full view on the skyline to distract the attention of their prey, while others circle unseen round the back of the herds. The zebra react according to plan. They turn away from the lions in full view and look set to walk straight into an ambush. A lion from the group on the horizon makes the first move. The others take it as a signal to advance. This time, the zebra proved too wary. But the lone wildebeest traveling with the zebra seems unaware of the danger. Lions can reach speeds of 36 miles per hour, but their prey can dash away at 50 miles per hour. To make a successful kill, they must launch their attack from within 100 feet of their victim. The wildebeest had distance on its side. Surprisingly, lions do not take wind direction into account during a hunt, despite the fact that they are more successful when stalking upwind. Only 1 in about 6 charges ends in a kill, usually because the prey smells the pride before they have a chance to close in. Again, the ambush is set. It was this lioness coming from the other direction who made the kill. Lions kill small to medium-sized victims with a bite to the back of the neck, which severs the spinal cord. Larger prey are clasped by the throat until they suffocate. 5 minutes after the kill, all that's left of the zebra is a stain on the ground. The pride have spent several hours hunting and are now very thirsty. Like domestic cats, lions use the rough upper surface of their tongue to lap up liquid. They can drink a gallon in just 10 minutes. In slow motion, it's possible to see the upper surface of the tongue at work. Young males are always ousted from their natal pride by the time they are 3 years old. At this age, they are not yet competent hunters, having been provided for by their mothers and aunts. Males leaving with brothers or cousins have a definite advantage as they can hunt as a team. The outlook for a loner is bleak. Scavenging and catching the occasional small animal will ensure survival for a while, but as each attempt to catch something bigger ends in failure, he becomes weaker. This young male's perseverance finally pays off. When a young zebra got stuck temporarily in the mud, the lion turned its misfortune into his advantage. Each adult needs about 11 pounds of meat per day, which amounts to 30 kills a year to stay alive. Lions have little impact on prey populations, but when they're scarce, the lions suffer. Whole prides have been known to starve to death. Being the ultimate predator is no guarantee of success. Instinctively, he drags his kill away, where it will be safe from scavengers and even rival lions. His caution is fully justified. These two lionesses have come for a drink and will soon smell the kill. Inside the bush, the successful hunter is unaware of any threat, but his survival depends on his ability to defend his kill. The future for this individual looks brighter, but like most large predators, lions are threatened. 10 years ago, there were over 500 in Etosha. Today, only 250 remain. While drought has been partly to blame, the prides are at risk every time they wander outside of the park's protective boundaries. Lions are still hunted by men for sport and trophies, and in the name of livestock protection. Lions exude power. As a symbol, the king of the beasts has no equal. In their own domain, they are true masters.